Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Distinguished Kicker. I'm back again with another review. And as you can see right here in front of you, man, these is hot. I like these. So let me talk to y'all for a few minutes. So I have here are the 2025 Air Jordan 3 Souls. Now, we already know the history about the Souls. The 1.0s came out in 2018, and those were hard. Right now, if you try to get a pair of those, they're going to cost you a band. Sometimes, somewhere, some places, maybe more than a band. And we also know the history of the shoe. And then I like to talk about what inspired me about the shoes. So I got like 3 points. My first point will be the history of the shoe. Now, Tinker Hatfield was the original person who designed the Air Jordan 3 back in 1988. Now, 88 was a very close and personal thing for me too, because that was the year I graduated. And also, Michael Jordan was wearing the Jordan 3s when he was winning the dunk contest from the free throw line. Everybody remember that one. Now, this particular one was designed was a collab between Tinker Hatfield and Dan Sunwoo on the first pair of soles. So now they came out with more of a reimagined style type. So let's just start with the box, okay? So the box, which would be very interesting. If you look at the box itself, you can see the Jumpman in the sky, as usual, for his airiness in red. The details on the box, the shoes itself is the Air Jordan 3 Retro OGSP with special, I guess the SP stands for special. White, black, Sport Royal, Blanc Sport Royal Noir. Size 12 in men, 13.5 in women. And if you feel the text, you could not feel it, but look at the texture, and you can feel it too when you look at the elephant print on the bottom. Very nice. You can see the label on there, not that important. But the box itself is very nice. The box on the outside is interesting, but also on the outside, the inside is just as much important. Because when you open up the box, you'll see that if you look at the ribbon that is tied around the package, and that's how the shoes will come, the ribbon itself is like the Chicago Bulls colors. Now, I am going to mention a name that a lot of people are familiar with on YouTube, and his name is Sneaker Fetish. Well, Sneaker Fetish on Instagram broke all the details down about the special wrapping paper, the ribbon, and some other details about the shoe. So I do not want to give you false information, the wrong information. So I'm just going to say check him out, and he'll show you the details. Go over the details of the shoes, what every symbol stand for, and the ribbon color, why the ribbon color is the color it is, because it's not only representing Chicago Bulls, but it was also another jersey Michael Jordan was wearing, I guess, when he was playing overseas, and I can't remember. I'm trying to remember if I'm correct. Now, when the shoes come to you, like I said, they're going to be wrapped like this, and the shoes also have individual wrapping. So it's not just this paper, it's wrapped separately, and that's kind of cool there. So now let's go into the details of the shoes. Now, as I said before, the shoe itself, which is my second point, is the style of the shoe. So the style of the shoe itself, as we can see, is based off of the 88 style. And I like this style because, like I said, the Jordan 3 was a very interesting shoe at the time. If it wasn't for Tinker Hatfield, Jordan would have been gone. But this saved Nike from losing Jordan. Now, what I like the most out of all the retro shoes that's coming out is the back of the heel tab. That Nike is bold text. It stands out. I like that because when I was growing up, that was the end thing. This and the tag. The tag was another thing too. The tag brought that flavor out of the shoe. Now, the materials that we have on the shoe is tumble leather. I believe this is the noir color. The leather is made is colored in, and the midsole has a darker noir. The suede is that very hairy suede from the toe box. Now, the tongue itself has the South Korea flag. I am not going to try to pronounce it. I know it's a yin and a yang thing, but I don't know the correct name, and I don't want to disrespect South Korea because South Korea takes their flag very serious. So, like I say again, check out Sneaker Fetish. He'll break it down. But here in America, if you're familiar with the name of Lazy Boy, you understand where I'm going with this. Maybe, maybe not. But anyway, the tongue itself is perforated for breathability, and I like that. But the tongue has a very soft leather. Now, if you never sat on a Lazy Boy couch with all leather, trust me, when you do, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Because this has that Lazy Boy leather that's real soft. I'm talking about really soft. And you know, the tongue is very padded too. You have around the eyelids, you know, that perforated leather with the blue eyelets right here on the bottom. The midsole, you had that tumbled leather right here with that reimagined shaggy suede. Now, a comparison of another Jordan 3 is the Amamier 3 is the first one that came out, and that's kind of where I'm getting the vibe from, because if you look at the outlines of the leather, it almost had that yellow lining, but that's really just the material of the leather itself, but it kind of reminds me of the Amamier 3s, and I really like that. The symbols on the back of the tongue, I will get to you in a second on that, but let's talk about the collars. Now, the collar, this nylon material kind of reminds me of starter jackets, like the Pistons, Knicks, all your favorite basketball teams. That's what that kind of material is. And it's kind of, you know, it's got lines of thread going up and down, vertical lines. The padding on the inside of the collar is very nice and thick. And you have that Chanel type reddish color. It's really a nice, very padded color. The insoles, I'm not going to take them out because it's a dream sale. Dream sales, you know, it's really nice soft. I think when they have a special edition shoe, they always put dream sale in to make them feel more comfortable. You only got one set of laces, and that's that New York color right here. Now, the back of the tongue for both shoes, this symbol right here, I can't pronounce the name of each symbol, but I can tell you what they mean. So this symbol right here means dream, and the one on the right shoe means deep emotions or emotions, because every symbol that they have means something to them. Now let's talk about the bottom of the shoes. Now, if you look at the bottom of this shoe, this is the left. You have a blue in the center of the outsoles, Nike in red, and if you look at the bubble, it's blue. Now, if you look at well, this is the left, if I said right, please forgive me, but this is the right shoe. Look at the right shoe, you got red, you have blue, and in the bubble, it is red, which is kind of crazy because I didn't pay attention to this, because this is like my second second recording of the video. And when I did the first one, I was like, man, I didn't notice that, which would make it interesting. Now, I don't have the 1.0s. I really don't. But if I had the 1.0s, I would probably be like, man, which looks better? So if I ever get a chance to look at the 1.0s in hand, I probably can do a comparison. Quality-wise, now the quality-wise is good. I think the only issue is that one of these had a little spot where, right there, see that shiny spot right there? That's the only problem I have with this. And I think that's glue when it dried up. But other than that, this is a very clean 2.0 of the soles, and I think it's a very good collector's item. I will be rocking mines because I do like these a lot. I just have to find the right, gear to wear with it. Sizing for me, I'm fit between 11.5 to 12. So if you want my honest opinion, stay true to size. And no matter how people look at this, this shoe is bulky, but it's very comfortable. If you never had a pair of Jordan 3s, or if you had a pair of Jordan 3s, those who have a pair of Jordan 3s know where I'm coming from. Those who haven't, you just have to try them out. I mean, they're comfortable. And if I didn't mention this to you guys, another reason, these shoes are very personal to me because I graduated in '88. And if I hadn't said it earlier, I'm saying it again. I graduated '88, so this particular style shoe, Jordan 3, has always been one of the highest point of my life as far as graduation. Leaving out of high school, turning off the alarm clock, so I ain't got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get ready for school. If y'all, whoever graduated know where I'm coming from. But yeah, This is one of the shoes I like between the Jordan 1s and these. Oh, and the Jordan 2. So now, here's the time where I ask you guys to do me a favor. If you're new to my channel, and you like what you see, and you like what you hear, do me a favor, like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. Let me know if you happen to have a chance of getting the 1.0 or the 2.0s or any Jordan 3s, and what is your like and dislike of the Jordan 3s, or any shoes that you plan on picking up later on. There are going to be some retros coming out, some other shoes coming out, and you know, I'm being very selective. I'm not going to try to buy every shoe, no, because stuff is getting higher and tariffs is really adding on $5 here and $10 there, and I'm not going to be doing all that. Resale market. If you're in the size that I'm in, these shoes can run anywhere between $230 to $250. That's not too bad because the shoe came out, it was $200. I think that's all I need to go over with the shoe. But like I said, if you have anything to ask, please feel free to comment below and let me know, and I'll try to get back with you as soon as I can. And also, I'm at 597 subscribers right now. My goal is trying to get to 1,000. So do me a favor, y'all. Put the word out for your boy. I'm trying to get to 1,000 just to see if I'm doing something that's impressing people or not. Other than that, let me get up out of here. I gotta make some runs. You guys stay blessed. Be safe out there. And hey, take care. Peace.